Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this morning. Got a great show lined up and special guests here in the studio. But first, let's get our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. That pavement is going along really good. They're going to be finished with it before long. Want a bit more bumpy roads. You're going to have some wide roads. You get by there real fast, like some of y'all getting to work early, like we like to do. High today, 77. Low's only going to get down to 56. That's the lowest low we've had in quite a while. This little cool snaps come in and got rid of this humidity, and we're in good shape as far as these mornings are just absolutely gorgeous. Hope you get time to get outside and enjoy some outdoor activities in the morning. Water temperature is 77 degrees. Let's take a look at our river readings on the screen there. The Apalachicola at Bluntstown's at a 9.6. And the Choctahatchee at Caryville, 7.9. So we've been looking at that all week, talking about what a good weekend it is going to be on the river, up in those sloughs. It's going to be a pretty weekend and not a lot cooler. So get a chance to get on the river, take advantage of it. Let's take a look at our tide chart for saltwater fishermen. We're looking at today's going to be Thursday, May 5th. And we're getting back into, we had some neat tides the last 3 or 4 days, getting back into some really good tides. We got, what I like is that afternoon, right after lunch, that tide's going to really start dropping out. And it's going to be low about 6:45 tonight. So the high tide's coming in about 10 or 11 o'clock, and then it's going to start dropping. But you see, that's a pretty strong drop right there. That's over 1 foot drop in about 6 hours. So that's a good movement right there. But now we are going to have our marine forecast going to be coming out northwest at about 15 to 25. So really going to be blowing. So if you're up there fishing on North Bay and places like that, or over in Apalachicola Bay and Choctahatchee Bay, if you're on the northern end of the bay, that northwest wind is going to be coming out of there. If you're on the southern end of the bay, it's going to be choppy, so don't get out there in too small of a boat. All right, we're going to take our break. We'll be right back with our guest. Welcome back and welcome to our guest this morning on the far end down there, Jim Jenkins. Good morning, welcome to the show.
Morning.
All right,
Thank
good
you
to see you. And this guy right in the middle, a lot of y'all know Greg Williams. Good morning, Greg.
Morning.
Glad to have you, buddy.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
We're excited about it. I've tried to get Greg to come on a while now. He does so much work in the community and so many things and all, and we're glad to have you come on. So
I'm proud to be here. I appreciate you having us.
y'all awake and all right? Y'all used to getting up early.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I am.
Okay. Well, let's tell the folks a little bit about yourself, Jim. Where's your family from and all originally?
Most of my family is Brown Henson Crossroads there in Vernon. And my mom and dad, you know, we moved down here. My dad was with Marine Patrol for 40-something years. So we've been down here since the early 70s.
Yeah, okay, over there at Henson's Crossroads.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
And Greg, you grew up over there on the east side of town, didn't you?
Right in Callaway all my life.
Right.
Born and raised, been right here all my life.
Right there in Callaway. You got a business here in town, but now you live out there. You live a little distance from here.
Yeah, in Calhoun County, right inside Calhoun County.
Y'all pass his house all the time. When you hit Highway 20, go 231, hit Highway 20. Those couple big old houses there. One of them, Greg. We won't tell you which one is Greg, but one of them is Greg.
It's that one that's Seldom Rest Plantation.
Seldom
That's
Rest
just what
Plantation.
it is.
And he's big old spread out there. And boy, every time I pass by there, I said, I know Greg's enjoying that. You enjoy it, don't you?
I do. I love getting out in the yards and working.
Yeah. All right, what we on for now? Listen, what we got coming up this weekend now is a rodeo, and Jim has done rodeos. What's the name of your company?
Let 'em Buck Production.
I like that. And you do rodeos in what areas?
Well, this year we've got the one here in Panama. We have one in Bluntstown in August, and then we have another one in Weewaw in October.
All right, that's it. I sit in the Panhandle good right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But the one we got coming up this Saturday and Sunday at the fairground.
It was our first Shaddai Shriners annual rodeo. We're going to try to make this one of our big fundraisers for the temple.
And we know what the Shaddai Temple does as far as helping people. And we know one of the things we talk about in Panhandle Outdoors, and I talk about it in my class all the time, helping other people and all. It's just wonderful. But what they do is just they go above and beyond year after year, month after month. So what are some of the things? Now, rodeo's going to start on Saturday morning.
No, sir, Friday morning.
Friday morning. I'm
sorry. Friday at 7.
Friday. Okay.
And gates open at 5.
Okay. And it's going to continue on into Saturday.
Yes, sir. Saturday we have a barrel racing that starts at 8 and ends at 4, and then the gates open for the rodeo at 5, and then the rodeo starts at 7.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be Friday and Saturday is going to be a wonderful time for everybody. It's very family oriented. The kids are going to have a blast. We got some events set up for the kids. It's going to be a great time all the way around.
Well, I know a lot of folks here in Panhandle love going to rodeos. It's fascinating, and we have such a blend of people. I mean, they'll go fishing in the morning and go to rodeo in the afternoon.
That's right.
And that's the beauty of the outdoors. Now, the participants, where does a lot of participants coming from?
Well, we've got some from Tennessee. We've got some from Alabama, Georgia. We've got some coming in from Texas. You name it, they're coming.
Wow.
This is the Temple's first annual rodeo, and as far as contestants go, they're coming to support it. I mean, they're coming from all over.
That is something else. Now, can they get tickets there at the door?
They can get it at the door. They can get it at Greg Wilson's Gun and Pawn.
Okay.
Williams,
I'm sorry.
They live close to each other too. So.
Sandy's Feed and Seed.
Okay.
And Southern Outfitters, they're at Star Avenue and 231.
Okay. Okay. Now, is it a one-day ticket, or is it each ticket each day, or what?
Yes, sir. It's a one-day ticket.
Okay. All right. And will there be any when you get there and all? There'll be some concessions and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Get a hot dog or something.
Lots of vendors. We're gonna have barbecue, hot dogs, hamburgers, peanuts, just steak. Be a lot of different vendors.
Yeah. And now your horses and all, and they got some good. You got some good ones coming in.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Some of our stock, first bucking stock, or saddle bronc, won first place saddle bronc of the PCA. So it's an actual sanctioned rodeo.
Yeah.
These riders are getting points for it. So when they compete at the end of the year, they're getting points for coming to this rodeo.
Oh, cool.
The biggest event though that we're going to have, kids get ready, because I've heard about it all year, is the mutton busting.
The mutton buster.
That's
okay.
right.
We're gonna take a quick break and come back and talk about what that entails. All right. We'll be right back. Okay, so here with Greg Williams and Jim Jenkins. We're talking about the rodeo coming up this weekend, and there's a fundraiser and all. We want to talk about mutton busting. A lot of people need to know what that is.
Well, mutton busting is where the kids get on a sheep, and the sheep comes out of the bucking chute, and the judges actually judge the sheep and the rider to wherever they fall off at. And
okay, so just a distance, in other words.
Exactly.
Okay.
And how they get there. So they're actually judging them and all this, and there'll be a first place winner, and they're being issued a belt buckle for the winners.
Okay.
So it's a real good treat for the family. Parents can get out there and take pictures of them as they're doing it. I mean, it's a great deal. We've got that, and we got the calf scramble. They'll get a little prize for winning the calf scramble as well. It's just a good family event.
Now, when will we all be doing the mutton busting part?
We'll be doing it in the middle of the rodeo.
The middle of the rodeo, and the scramble and all. It would be about.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I have fond memories of seeing that at the old livestock pavilion when I was growing up. That scramble was something that's been around a long time, and
yes, sir.
It's fascinating.
Yes, sir.
So what age group of kids do we have?
We'll run probably somewhere in between 6 and 12.
Okay.
As long as they're not over 80 pounds, because they can't. The sheep can't handle anything over 80 pounds. So.
Where do you get your sheep from?
They're coming out of Jemison, Alabama.
Jemison, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know where that is. Well, Greg, the shrine. When people talk about the Shriners, they just think about people, a group of people doing good things for their community, and to do good things, it takes money, and that's why you're doing this fundraiser for.
That's correct, Winston. I actually do 2 or 3 fundraisers throughout the year for the Shriners, and actually it's for the Shriners Temple. You have different functions that you raise money for.
Mm-hmm.
And this function here is for the temple itself. And we got to have our temple to be able to support our children. And that's the way I look at it. And we really try to raise all the money we can. I'll have one in the fall. I do a banquet every year, and it's one of our largest fundraisers of the year in the fall. And I'm gonna try to get back on your show with you and let people know when that's coming up.
Okay.
But we have lots of sponsors. Without sponsors, Winston, and you know that, be doing what you're doing. Without sponsors, your show wouldn't work and my banquets wouldn't work. And you got to have people to support you. That's what we out here to get, is try to get people to support us. We do for the community. We do for our kids. And that's what I'm involved in it for. So that's what it's all about to me.
It eventually gets down to the kids, and all. I know y'all help them so much and all, but you got to have that foundation of that temple.
That's correct.
To carry things on.
We sure do.
And this is going to be a great fundraiser for them. And I know you guys going to be working it all and at different.
Yes, sir. Going to have. We will be doing all the beverages out there at the rodeo.
Okay.
We'll be serving beverages and peanuts. Now our vendors, we don't get involved in the food. One of our units at the temple, Shaddai Bikers, they are going to do barbecue. We didn't get a barbecue vendor, so they're going to do barbecue out there. And then we have other vendors that actually come in and do the hot dogs, the hamburgers. Going to have lots of different things as far as vendors and food.
Well, I know. I've been to banquets before, and I've been to the NRA and all the different things you've done. And if y'all know Greg's reputation around the area, he's just a go-getter. And everybody will talk about it. He spends so much of his time going out raising money for good causes. I mean, Jim, you're aware of that.
Yes, sir.
You've seen him do it.
Yes, sir.
And it doesn't happen that he does it one year, but he's done it year after year after year. And I've always admired your work ethic and the things you've done. And you've had some good folks helping you.
I have. My family really gets involved with me very much.
Yeah.
They help me. They fall in there and help me. My family does. And when I put these on, if I can't make it work, I won't do it.
Yeah.
I'll work at it, and I just try to make it work. When I get involved in something, I want to make it work. We go all the way, and we got to have the viewing people. We got to have these sponsors to support us to make these banquets and fundraisers work.
I know we're talking about different things and all. I know y'all like to do some outdoor stuff and all, but you enjoy going up to that Bear Creek hunting club and all, don't you?
I do. I live right across from the Bear Creek Hunting Club. My daughter and Charlie Woot and that whole bunch.
Yeah.
They over there. I don't go over there as much. I got an lease this year up there in Georgia with Mel Miller, so I enjoyed that up there this year in Georgia.
Okay, you were there with Mel then.
Yeah, I am. I do. Yep, I got a lease up there, and I enjoyed that this past year. But now, I love my dog hunting. I just got away from it a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, I know. I've been up there, and also, of course, with Mel and all. Mel's really good about cleaning a lot of people's fish too.
Yes, sir. Mel's a good man.
He's
sure
good, and we were talking.
Mel
about,
supports me in all these functions that I have. He's a supporter.
We're talking about this network of outdoorsmen and people that love the outdoors, and this network of people and y'all are part of it, of course, and that support all these activities and all the good things people do, and this is another case of it. I know you stay busy too, don't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We stay hopping.
How much when you're planning a rodeo and all? How much planning have you got to?
Well, as soon as one's over, you start planning on next year.
You just don't say, "Hey, we're going to do it Friday."
Oh no, sir. The best way to do them is you may have thought I was joking, but as soon as one's over, start planning on the next year, because that way, he hit on it earlier. Without your supporters, you don't make it. And your sponsors are your number one backbone to any event, any rodeo. Without those sponsors stepping up to the plate, it ain't gonna work. And you got to make sure that you give them everything you can to. Within reason, of course, to make sure that they're happy. And, sponsors are great, and we couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, and this is where our viewing audience comes in. You can support and going out there, participating in it, watching it, and it's a win-win situation. You're going to see some great riders.
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to see the real deal.
Yes, sir. These are, like I said earlier, this is a PCA sanctioned rodeo. It's just not a, pull into an open pasture and let's get to it.
That's right.
These guys are doing it for points. For at the end of the year, they have a finals in Mississippi, so they're coming to get points. So this is sort of like the college guys. If you was to rank it like football, these are like the college guys. They ain't the NFL guys, but they're the college guys.
They're getting ready. They want to make it in the NFL. They're going to work hard.
Exactly, exactly. You got some good bulls, some good bucking horses. You got calf roping, team roping, barrel racing, steer wrestling. I mean, you've got it all.
Yeah.
If you like something about rodeo, you're going to love this weekend.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday night, you're going to love being at the Bay County Fairgrounds.
All right. Let's take our final break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get our fish and game times today, okay? Brought to us by our barbecue sauce folks, and we're going to talk more about that Barron's barbecue shrimp marinade, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow's show about how good that is. If you hadn't had a chance to try it, give it a try. But today we only have one time. It's going to be from 11:42 to 1:42. So check it out. Right there in the middle of the day. Tell your boss you want to just take a long lunch and go over there and throw a pole, throw a cork in the water. Tomorrow, don't forget now the famous Friday fishing forecast. But today we're talking about our guest here. We're talking about activities coming up this weekend. And Jim, I was asking about, we have some local participants, and where are some of our local riders coming from?
Well, we've got some here from Bay County. We got some from Weewaw. We got some from Chipley, Bonifay, Mariana, Greenhead. They're outside of Dothan. I mean, if they're local, they're going to be here.
Oh, cool. That's going to be good. And Greg, we were talking about, during the break right here, we're talking about sponsors. We mentioned sponsors and all, but we want to go ahead and name some of these sponsors and all.
Yeah,
some of these folks that really help you.
I'd like to on supporting all my events. Jerry Wilson's Roofing. He's not just mine. He gets involved in a lot of stuff. He supports GAC, Durbin White. He gets involved real heavy with me. He supports me. Ronnie Grooms, always. He's never backed out at C&G Sport Good. Ronnie's a very good supporter. You can't name them all. I mean, you got you don't want to forget them. Heritage Funeral Home. They always a very big supporter of mine. They Justin Ken out there. Without these sponsors, people don't realize it. Some of these people come off of some good money. But I would like to ask this and say this. Anyone that wants to get involved, call the temple. They can get my number from there. I would like their support. Sponsors is what makes these things work. Without money, you have to shut the doors. It just don't work. You got. I don't mind telling you, I've done the NRA banquet here for years. Friends of the NRA banquet.
Let me mention, I've been to a lot of those NRA banquets, and out of all the chapters in the state of Florida, there was a time when this one right here in Panama City was ranked the top earning chapter in the state of Florida, and it was because of this man here.
8 years in a row.
8 years in a row. I didn't realize that.
8 years in a row. We was
and now you're competing
in
against the Tampas and the Miamis and the Jacksonvilles and the Tallahassees and Panama City chapter of NRA. 8 years in a row, #1 because of the hard work of this fellow here and the great sponsors you had.
And I enjoyed it. And it was these sponsors that made it. It was the sponsors and the people some of the people, and I'm sorry if I didn't name you, but there's a lot of them that really support us. Mel Miller's always been one of our good sponsors. So I've got real good supporters. They don't hardly tell me no.
Yeah, and we'd go to NRA Bank. I look forward to it every year, and just great food and great fellowship, and get to talk with everybody, and the prizes and raffles. It's just a great setup. I mean, and you can see why we were #1 for 8 years in a row.
And I enjoyed doing that, Winston. I really did. I appreciated the people's support. I want to thank them personally, myself, for everything they do. And I'm going to continue to do it. And like I said, if they want to contact the temple, give the Shrine Temple a call. They can get my phone number. I still get involved in fundraisers, and it's not just the Shriners.
Yeah.
But if they'll contact me, I appreciate their support. I'll get them involved with something with me if they want to get involved.
I was sitting there thinking you need to form a little consulting company. Greg Williams Consulting on how to be a fundraiser, because you have done it.
I've had people ask me that. Hey,
Well,
you
see,
might come over here?
Yeah, I bet you get a lot of people asking.
But they don't realize how much time it is.
Your plate's full, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's time consuming. You
Yeah.
can get involved in this. It's very time consuming.
And it's like anything else. You just got to get up and work it.
And I enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah.
I do enjoy it.
Okay, all right. Now, Jim, the last minute or two we have, again, let's touch base on the rodeo. It's going to be fired up Friday night.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir. Like gates open at 5, rodeo starts at 7. Come planning to have a good time, because I promise you will not be disappointed. You are going to have a great time at this rodeo, and when you leave, you'll be like, I can't wait for next year.
okay, and again, all this money goes to the Shriners and all, and you know all the good work they do. Do you participate in yourself? You have to run around and.
Well, I got a doctor's problem.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, doctor said, you can't rodeo, no guts. So,
I understand that. I don't guess you're gonna ride this time.
No, I'm going to pass on
You're
the
gonna
ride.
pass on it.
But they will see me out there. I'll be out and about.
Yeah.
I just I appreciate you letting us come on your show today, Winston, mentioning this and
Well.
going over everything like we have. And I'm going to look forward to getting back with you later on in the year when I do my big banquet for the Shrine.
And you're welcome, and you're one of our loyal viewers, and you try to get up in the morning.
I do.
And watch some of this. So, let's mention your business right there on Highway 77.
I got Williams Gun and Pond right there, and I've been there for 21 years now.
It's been that long.
21 years, and I just.
You can always tell a good shop when you ride by it and see a bunch of trucks there. And
Yeah, but you know, a lot of times that's my young. You know what? You know how that is.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up, Greg. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having us on the
You're
show.
welcome.
thank you for having us.
All right, good to have you and all, folks. As always, we want to thank you, our viewers, and you see what it takes to put on something good. And the same way with Panhandle Outdoors, just some great viewership. And thank you all for watching the show. And go and support that. This is just a great way to support and do something good for our community. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. You do something good for your fellow man today, and enjoy the great outdoors. And God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.